Hello, everyone. So this is my first official scope. And before I begin, I just wanted to do it with just to give the utmost respect to all of you who have been on this awesome platform for some time. I've been, kind of just watching and lurking and commenting here and there and picking up some awesome people to follow, but I haven't officially done anything on here. So I just wanted to say hello to everybody and really just share my reason and my desire for launching for scoping today. So I was introduced to Periscope by one of my beautiful sisters, Shanae Elise, who is also a female on an awesome entrepreneurial track, and she had said to me that, hey, this is probably a good platform for you to use to share your vision, your purpose, and your message. And so I got on and I started kind of watching and just looking to see what everybody was doing, and just so amazed at how people are using this as a platform to reach people, to reach their audience, to reach their friends. Hello. And so I just kind of was watching. I'm one of those people that I don't always just jump in. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining me. I'd like to watch a little bit just to kind of see where I fit in. I don't think that everything is for everybody. So I wanted to be sure that this was something that that I fit in here, and that I could see this as a place where, I didn't just jump on and kind of do what everybody else was doing, but, be able to really share me. So I say all that to say, that my reason for getting on today was to share my awesome relaunch of my business and launch of my brand new website, DavitaGarfield.com. I am Davita Garfield. I am a success coach, a speaker, and an author. I am just honored to have been, to start my entrepreneurial track just barely even the thought of it is probably a year old, but honestly I officially started my business in March of this year. So I'm just just in awe of the opportunities that I've had in just such a short period of time. I've had the honor to thank you for the hearts. I've had the honor to not just start one business, but start two businesses. And all of this when I didn't know I had a entrepreneur bone in my body. Empowerment Now was really birthed from me. Empowerment Now is the name of my company. It was really birthed from me out of, just a place of darkness, a place of pain, a place of frustration, and, just fighting to get my life back, fighting to, thank you for joining, fighting to really, get out of my own way, fighting to stop hiding behind the things of life that we think we are, supposed to have, and things that, we put up these shields and we put up these blocks, and we don't always expose ourselves. And, it just, in that place, I decided that, again, I wanted to get out of my own way, and I wanted to begin to see my life differently, to see my future differently, to see my daughter's future differently. I took, my first step. So, I just wanted to share just a little bit, about me. I am by profession, I am a marketer. I'm a director of sales and marketing. And at this point, I'm at the corporate level. And I've had just the awesome opportunity to grow in business, to grow in my field. Really thought that was what life was going to look like for me, and began to realize that, I was fulfilling what, from the outside, I was fulfilling what life was supposed to be like, but from the inside, I was empty. And from the inside, I was dealing with so many things. And it was during that time that I began to deal with so many health issues. So health issues, just my body just changed. I began to feel tired and achy all the time. And it started probably around 2012 into 2013. And I had started a new job, and I was dealing with a lot of stress and dealing with a lot of just frustration. And I thought that the stress was causing my body to change. And after a while, the tiredness and the fatigue began to grow into, just easy bruising and just very bad skin and acne and just a lot of hormonal changes that I just couldn't explain. And going back to the doctors and begin to really have anxiety and feel, really frustrated behind the fact that I knew something was going on. And, but doctors couldn't figure out what it was. And after a while, I began to think I was crazy. I was, very depressed. I'd been through quite a few things. I had, my childhood best friend had committed suicide, and it just truly changed my life and how I saw things. And I know I entered into this place of depression. So this went on for probably about a year of me just trying to figure out what was going on and being sent from doctor to doctor and no one really being able to figure it out. And through that journey and realizing that the stress was killing me, I decided that I was going to, just take ownership for my body, become my own advocate, and really try to get the quality of my life back. I had gotten to the point where I stopped going out. I stopped being social. If it wasn't work or my daughter, I didn't go. And I found myself just in this really dark place. I didn't want anybody to know I was sick. I didn't want anybody to know I didn't feel good. I didn't want anybody to feel sorry for me. And so I hid it. I hid it for, almost a year. I went to work every day. I put my game face on. I covered up as much as I could to, make myself look and feel good. And I went out. And then I came home and I cried at night. I laid in a bed and I didn't sleep, and I was frustrated, and I did the same thing every day. Every day it was, the same thing. And after about a year of trying all types of medications on antidepressants, I finally decided that, I wanted my life back. I wanted to live again. And I just, I had to figure out how to do it. And so I decided that I was going to come off all these crazy medications. I had this crazy, weight gain of about 40 pounds in 3 months, and I had hypertension, and I was headed toward diabetes, and I just really thought that my life was going to be over. And, it was night after night of just woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. And finally one night, I'm up and I'm crying and I'm praying and I'm talking to God. And I just, I said, God, I changed my why me to why not me. Because I realized that God had brought me through all these things in my life, and I had overcome so many obstacles, things that I didn't even want to even, admit to or face because they were in my past. But He had brought me through all of those things because He knew exactly how strong I was. And that night I decided that my why me was no longer going to be why me, and it was going to be why not me. And that clearly I knew, there was a lesson. Clearly there was something that I needed to learn in this place of darkness, in this deep, low place of hiding. And it was at that moment that my life just began to change. My health didn't get better right away, but, just opening myself up to seeing myself healthy, seeing myself out of the situation, not feeling sorry for myself, and finally letting my guard down. Finally letting people know that, that I wasn't this strong, person that didn't need help. That wasn't me all the time, and that it was okay to ask for help. It was okay to get help. It was okay to accept it, and finally put myself in a place where I became, my own advocate in terms of how I was going to look at my life. And when I started to look at my life differently, doors just began to open. And I knew I had this passion. I knew I had this purpose. I knew that I wanted to, give back to the many women in my life that had sown into my life, that had encouraged me, that had pushed me, that had, just shared sometimes just their life experience and didn't even know how they were, how it affected me and changed my life based off of the things that they had gone through. And I realized that, we're all given. We're given experiences. We're given these things so that we can share, so that we can give it back. And, it's our job. These experiences, these things that happen to us in life, they don't happen just for us. They happen so that we can, use them to help bless others and help change others. So I, knew I wanted to walk into this purpose. I had no idea how I wanted to do it. Was it a business? What did I want to do? And it was through that I was able to start a a women's group on Facebook, and the response was just amazing. The amount of women that wanted to connect, that wanted to take the guards down, and wanted to be able to come home when they've been superwoman and done everything for everybody all day, and be able to say, you know what, I don't have it all together, and I need some help, and I need some support. And the help and support came in just words of encouragement, just prayers, positive thoughts, and things that reminded us of how amazing and great we truly are, and how much power there is in encouraging and strengthening and supporting each other on purpose. And this group changed my life. This group was happening, and it was growing, and it was, blessing my life, and it was keeping my mind off my pain in the middle of the night. I failed to say that during the time that I was sick, I felt pain from the time I opened my eyes, until I closed them, and oftentimes didn't sleep because of the pain. But here I'm up at night, and I have these beautiful women that are sharing and loving and supporting and showing me that it's okay not to be okay. And through that, I'm taking the focus off of me and my pain, but was able to finally get my diagnosis and finally find out that I had a brain tumor. And that this brain tumor was what was changing my whole entire body, my mind, my mental, my clarity. I had mental fog, I had memory loss, I had blurred vision, I had headaches, I had, this blood pressure that was just not being controlled, and finally diabetes, and all of these things was happening because of this tumor. And by the time I found out about the tumor, I truly, I felt like I finally got it. I felt like I finally got the lesson. I felt like, that, God knew that he had to slow me down. He had to stop me in my tracks. I couldn't fix it. As much as I tried, I wanted to fix it. I wanted to do it myself. I couldn't. I had to give it to him. And giving it to him meant that I had to sow into other people. I had to give to other people. And the minute I started doing it, the minute I took the focus off of me, I knew I was going to be healed. I knew that I was going to be able to come through, and I was going to be able to truly walk into my purpose. And it's exactly what I did. I had surgery September 24th, 2014. I had brain surgery. I had my tumor removed, and just really, really, really got my life back. Through that whole time, I saw my life different. I saw myself healthy. I saw myself doing things that I had never done before. And I can't tell you and just how much just changing my mindset changed my life. So after my surgery, every day, it took some time, but when I started to feel better, I really started to feel better. And I began to feel like a person that I hadn't recognized in probably almost 10 years. Just in my physical and my body. Yes, it went back to normal. It was amazing how, I lost over 40 pounds. My skin cleared up. My hair grew back. And all of my hormones and everything started to really go back into place. And I no longer have hypertension. I no longer have diabetes. And I'm just, living my life in a state of health that I hadn't seen in many years, but just mentally, and how I felt spiritually on the inside, and just this desire to just keep going, the desire to just live on purpose. And even bigger, the desire to show and help other women do the same exact thing, find their own level of happiness and completeness, and be successful, without apology, be okay with owning your greatness. And, the awesome thing is that, when you put yourself in the position to be your best you, to be positive, to think positive, to surround yourself with positivity and positive people and positive energy, it's just amazing the doors that open. It's amazing the amazing people that have just come into my life, that have sown into me, that believe in me, and believe in my dream, and believe in my goals and my purpose, and just support me. And it just goes to show that this is what we were put here to do. I was put here to be an encouragement and an inspiration to someone, someone who needs it, someone who is tired of carrying the load, tired of doing everything, tired of feeling like they have to carry everything and they have to do it all themselves. There is someone who is just tired, and they feel like, they don't know how to let their guard down. They don't know how to show the world that they need help, and show the people around them that they need help. And they don't know how to find their voice. They don't know how to say, hey, look, I might not have it all together, but I'm a work in progress. And if I get up every day and try my best to be my best me, it can be done. I can reach my goals. I can do things that I never thought I could do. I could, see my life different. I could be somewhere different. And, I'm just so grateful for the opportunity. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to give back, on purpose. And I just wanted to share that. I'm sure I'll have many more things to share. The thought of even getting on here up until this point, I felt nervous. I felt like, well, what am I going to say? And does anyone, want to hear what I have to say? And, I continued to talk myself out of doing it. And, it's amazing what happens when we change our mindset. It's amazing what happens when we change those negative thoughts, those things that just hold us back from being our best selves. It's amazing what happens, because I turned this camera on and I was ready. Was ready to face, to face me, really, and ready to truly walk into this purpose. I have never been a person. I never thought that I would stand in front of anybody and speak and share my story and share my experience. But I know that this is my purpose, because I can't not do it. I can't not do it. I can't not share. I can't not, at least attempt to use, the experience that I've had. It's been pain, it's been frustration. And you sometimes we look and it's like, well, why did these things happen to me? But the reality is those things are what make us who we are. They make us strong. They make us, wiser, and we have to share it. We have to give it back. So I thank all of you, for joining me. I thank you for the hearts. I am just, just overwhelmed. And if you truly enjoyed, just meeting me, then meet me back here, because I will be back. And I just appreciate everybody. My new website did launch today, and it is www.davitagarfield.com. And my goal is to just help as many women that need just some help and encouragement to be their very best and be successful without apology. Thanks for joining me. Have an awesome night, and be amazing on purpose.